Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our 2 newly released books, Football: A Love Story and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. Before we get to the report, if you like our style of video and analysis, feel free to show support for Football Game Plan by dropping by our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan and leaving a little something in the tip jar. Every little bit helps us as we continue to improve the quality of our videos and the coverage we enjoy bringing you guys each and every time we put out a project. Thank you again for your support. Before we get into the breakdown, let's take a look at the player profile of Chris King, the wide receiver, 6'1", 200 pounds. We graded him out as a 6th-round prospect and compare his game to Rashard Matthews, although I do think he has a little bit of Greg Jennings in his game as well. One of the things that instantly stands out about Chris King when you watch him on film is his burst and acceleration. A lot of times I thought defensive backs completely underestimated how explosive he was off the ball, and I think that allowed him to consistently eat up cushion. Now, you know the saying, if he's even, he's leaving, and that definitely applies here, as King also shows great ability to stack the defensive back. You can tell he was well coached at Duquesne throughout the course of his career, and this is the type of nuance you want to see from a wide receiver prospect after 4 years of college football coaching. King not only shows burst and acceleration into his route, but also as he tracks the football, he's able to pick up speed after the catch and also able to pull away from the defender. This is the part of what makes you a quote-unquote deep threat. The other part of that equation is your ability to catch the football, whether it's contested or making an athletic grab where you're going to be at an awkward position and angle. King shows strong hands and the ability to attack the football at its highest point. He's not afraid of contact and shows excellent hand-eye coordination to haul in passes. What really rounds out the game of Chris King is his ability to set up his routes. You see here in the first example, the defensive back is playing inside technique, taking away those in-breaking routes. But honestly, I think he's in great position to play the fade, which pre-snap could be likely in this situation based off alignment and also your film study. So what do you do as a receiver? You have to neutralize his leverage by squaring him up, giving yourself a two-way go, and then breaking to the corner. That was a great job right there by King. He gave himself and the quarterback a chance to make a play. Next example is 3rd and long, and the corner is playing the sticks, and King works him over with the stick to the inside, jab back to the outside before breaking back underneath for the first down. He created just enough separation to get the job done. And you see here versus Buffalo, as he explodes into his stem, he gives a subtle move to the outside to show the takeoff route before breaking right back inside to the post, completely turning around the defensive back in the process. One of the areas of improvements in Chris King's game is becoming much more consistent at getting off bump press. This is an area where DBs can bump him off track or throw off the timing. He has to develop more ways to release off the line of scrimmage and keep defensive backs' hands off of him. Another area, in my opinion, is the polish on certain routes like your curls and your comebacks. I think he's a guy that's a rise up to break down type of a receiver, which ends up tipping off the route to defensive backs. Again, not much to work on here, but ways for King to further grow his game as a pro. The good thing is that these are both correctable things he can work on. So in conclusion, there's a lot to like about Duquesne's wide receiver Chris King. He was well coached in college, and that nuance shows up on film. You combine that with his natural skill set, and you have yourself a really good pro prospect that's a true sleeper in this year's draft class.